Over the hump we go. It's a hump day with the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Welcome into the beach bunker, and we're going to get to the beach a little earlier than we had planned. Oh, man, there's nice weather, there's mild winter, and then there's, wow, that's an impressive forecast, and then there's, holy cow, it's going to get how warm? Record-breaking temperatures on the way by the end of the weekend into the weekend. We could see temperatures 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. 20 degrees. Holy man. Shorts and sandals is not just a catchphrase. Get your shorts and sandals ready. On the show today, the McRib is back, and reviews are coming in. Good, bad, weird type of food that McDonald's has offered. It introduced it in the 80s, and it is back, although it was back in the States in the fall. McRib is on the menu. Trudeau and Trump, briefly. Trudeau in trouble. Trump won. And we've got more Stanley Cup content. A Stanley Cup thief was arrested with 65 Stanley Cups worth $2,500. Every time I'm talking about it and hearing about it, I'm thinking of the hockey Stanley Cup. I'm wondering if this trending story, this phenomenon has translated in Canada like it has in the United States. Because every time we talk about the Stanley Cup, we're thinking hockey. We're talking about the tumblers, right? She had 65 in the trunk. I got pictures in the trunk of her car. She's just, her trunk is filled with these cups. I don't know what she was going to do with these cups. And then one little girl went viral because it was her birthday party and all the little girls are surrounded and she opens up her present. And was it a Barbie doll? Was it a makeup kit? Was it a toolbox? What could it have been? No, it was a tumbler, and we get her reaction. We also have the first food company that is running a sweepstakes where you could win a trip. That's not new. A trip to space. A trip to space. What food company is giving you a trip to space? And why is the internet talking about Reese Witherspoon's snow snack this morning? And we have another in-flight emergency. Yet another one. But this one is a little funnier than the last because it involved a plane that had to be brought down, had to be rerouted and brought down because of flatulence. And you know I'm going to be all over a flatulence story. Because we're the show about food, fun places, and mayhem of life. Good of you to join us. Let's take a look outside and see if we've got any fog developing. We still have the 16 and 10 camera out. I don't know if they're ever going to fix that. So we'll look at the other cameras and kind of gauge where we're at. Looks like there is some fog developing up at 16 at Russell there. So if you're up close to the Saskatchewan border, we're seeing a little bit of fog develop there this morning and some visibility concerns. That is going to be a growing concern as the week goes on. Again, if you're just streaming the show, +6 is on the menu. Not for today, but towards the end of the week, and that is 20 degrees above the norm for this time of year. That could mean frost on the highways. That could mean some significant fog and some real visibility issues. Now, I pulled up the Manitoba 511 map just to have a quick sneak peek here, and things are generally looking fair, although we do have reduced visibility around Shoal Lake. So if you're headed to the west of 16, at Shoal Lake, you're going to find some visibility problems. Again, Russell Rossburn, some visibility issues. Actually, it's right along the Saskatchewan border, so Waskata, Medora, Reston area, and even Verdon to some degree. You're going to find some reduced visibility and fog. That's where the fog is developing first this morning, and we'll update this throughout the morning and keep you on top of it, because fog and frost going to be the thing that we're watching out for with these incredible temperatures. Unbelievable. +6 degrees? That's insanity. I'm not complaining, though. I'll tell you, here's our air temperature this morning. Pretty easy going temperature map today. And likewise with the wind chill, not much to report there. We're starting out at -4. You're going to leave the house and go, oh, this feels good. This is nice. Hope the roads aren't too slippery. And they shouldn't be so far. Again, Manitoba 511 is saying that we do have some partial cover, but it's fog. We're going to really watch the fog situation as the morning goes on. 55 days, 15 hours, and 52 minutes until spring, although it looks as if Mother Nature may have some other thoughts on that. And with +6, it's unbelievable. Hey, let's welcome everybody aboard. Who do we got in chat this morning? Welcome aboard. Time to say good morning. Good morning to you. Happy hump day to you. Happy hump day, sun seekers. Good of you to join us on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Sarah and Coco on TikTok, good morning to you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Our first one in this morning, though, Road Reverend. Oh, and by the way, Road Reverend was saying that if you are traveling to Winnipeg, basically between Headingley and the Ontario border, there is some slippery conditions there. He's keeping an eye on the trucking situation, and he's plugged into the trucking community, thus the Road Reverend, and things are a little slippery around the city of Winnipeg. We're watching that as well this morning to make sure that if you are headed into the city, take her a little bit slow. Lori on TikTok, take it slow. Millworker69, good to have you along this morning. And Tasha Licious is in this morning as well. Good to see you, Tasha Licious, as always. Zumba Bernice, I think she's off to do some Zumbaing today. Be careful, Zumba Bernice. Don't slip and fall on any of that ice. We need that. You bring Zumba to the world. She's going to South Korea soon. Oh! Good morning, N. Nice to see you on TikTok. Welcome. Cheryl Bertram is here on Twitch. Good to see you this morning. David Estrada is here on TikTok. Hunter is here on TikTok, too. Good morning, Hunter. Have a great day. So is Davey on TikTok. Jody Caslick's here on Facebook. Good morning, Sun Seekers. Quentin is here, too. Good morning. Cindy is here on Facebook and says good morning. Just a quick hi before work. Tasha, I hope you had a great first day of school. Have a great day. Sunblaster on TikTok. Tammy is on TikTok. I love that name, Sunblaster. Sunblaster. Canadian Sparkplug is here on Twitch. Nice to see you. Quentin says gas prices are up. It's springtime in the city. Derek is here. Good morning, Derek. Sarah G is here on TikTok. Good to see you this morning. KDon78 is here on Twitch. Good morning, beautiful people. Canadian Sparkplug, it's nice to see you. Amanda Duchek, who recently made the jump. Good to see you this morning, Amanda. Kyla Wochuk is here on TikTok. Hey, Kyla. Nice to see you. Welcome. Nick Adams is here on Facebook. Debbie Conich. Debbie's going to be the next one to make because Debbie has been saying good morning. She's been part of the show now for a number of weeks, Debbie. Debbie, it's time to get your Twitch account. It's time to get that all signed up and ready to go. It's free. It's quick. It's easy. You get the full 2 hours of the show, not just hour one. And it'd be nice to have you part of the club, Debbie. I'm always saying good morning to you. I think you're ready for the commitment. 2010 Cobalt on TikTok. Good morning. Here I am on one knee. Debbie, I have a proposal for you. Debbie, will you join us at Matrimony and the Twitch channel? Please, will you take my hand? And join us every weekday morning at 7 Central on the show. Andrew Feeden on TikTok. Hey, Greg Grisanti on Twitch is here. Good to see you this morning, Greg. Molly is here this morning as well. Good morning, Molly. Always nice to see you. And I think we're all caught up. Zorcom1978 on TikTok. Good to see you this morning. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. There's a lot of food. There's a lot of travel-related stuff and, of course, pop culture stuff. And that's where we start with some of the news of the day on this side of the border in this country. Big news. This is big news. Now, of course, you have to go back in time a little bit to kind of rewind the events of February 2022, and I'm sure around the world people were hearing about the truckers' convoy, and there was not only a federal commission that was formed to kind of say, hey, was this out of bounds or not? And the commission said, I think the government acted okay, because there was a big crackdown on the protesters. So civil liberties groups took the federal government to court, and they won. And it was announced yesterday that the Canadian government actually, according to this federal judge, violated the Canadian Constitution. And this is big news, not being covered in the mainstream media nearly as much as it should. I wonder why. They like to talk more about Trump's big win yesterday, and we'll get to that in just a second. But here's just 2 minutes to explain what has happened here.
To secure and protect Canada and to secure and protect the national interest.
We all remember this.
It was not an easy time. These were not easy decisions.
A federal court has ruled that the decision to invoke the Emergencies Act to disperse anti-COVID vaccine mandate protests in 2022 was unreasonable.
Can we go back here for just a second? How would you pronounce that guy's name? Any guesses? Wow. I'm kind of glad that when I do that whole good morning to you, to the Sunseekers, I'm glad he's not following the show, because I wouldn't know how to say good morning to him. Lali? And then I would be able to tweet at him because I see his Twitter handle there in the bottom left corner, Axalilo _Axasasa. Anyway, boy, I struggle with long Ukrainian names from Dauphin. I can't get this one. Anyway, let's hear what this fine young man has to say.
Anti-COVID vaccine mandate protests in 2022 was unreasonable. The federal government says it intends to appeal the decision.
Oh, yeah, of course they do.
After a lot of deliberation with colleagues and many others, that we took the right decision. I was certain at the time. I was certain when I testified before Rouleau, and I remain certain today. Thank you.
And that's all she has to say, and they're going to appeal.
Prime Minister said she had no doubts about the decision to employ the Emergencies Act. Protesters at the time occupied downtown Ottawa and had a range of demands centered on lifting mandates requiring COVID-19 vaccination.
We had no issue with dismantling a blockade that had caused disruption, that had gone on for too long. We had no issue with addressing the fact that there was harassment and intimidation, and we felt like marginalized communities deserve to be protected by police like every other person. That is a completely separate question than the question of what kind of power a government can give to itself to address what ultimately was and remained a policing matter.
The case was brought by the Canadian Civil Liberties Association and comes with no awarding of costs. In his ruling, Justice Richard Mosley writes that the decision to use the Emergencies Act does not bear the hallmarks of reasonableness and goes beyond what the Act allows.
This question today was
Oh, a lot of legal speak there. That's why the lawyers make the big money.
Powers outside of the usual checks and balances, outside of
Okay, so we're not going to bore you too much more with this, but in a nutshell, what has happened is the Civil Liberties Union won their court case. The federal government is going to appeal, saying, no, you're wrong. This could go all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada. In a way, I kind of hope it does. I, as a layman watching the situation, feel that they'll lose even at the Supreme Court. They're going to likely lose the case. And to put this in layman's terms, if I'm going to explain this to a young person, it's very similar to if I borrowed a truck without asking from Derek, and I say, Derek, I'm taking your truck, and then he doesn't see his truck for a month. And I'm using it, running around with it, and Derek's like, my truck is gone. My truck is gone. I think Tyler's got my truck, and then he gets his truck back, and we get all things sorted around, and then there's a commission, which means I'm asking my friends, hey, did you think I stole Derek's truck? I didn't steal Derek's truck. I borrowed it for a month. Well, you didn't really have any intention of returning it, but Tyler's a good guy. And that's the commission. Commission said, no, the government, they were in deep. They had some problems. They probably acted okay. It's just like me with the truck and asking my friends, do you think I'd steal this truck? Of course I wouldn't steal this truck. But then the law gets involved, the actual law, and courts and lawyers. And it would be like the police knocking on my door. Hey, wait, we got some questions about Derek's truck. Did you take his truck? A couple of days. It was a month you took his truck. And he didn't know you were going to take it that long. This is, let's go to court now. And then that's you can picture the woman with the scale and she's got her eyes blindfolded. It's justice, criminal justice. It's just the justice system. There's no favoritism. You just black and white based on the law on the books. You stole his truck. You stole his truck. You were in the wrong. I'm appealing. By the way, Derek, I hope I can borrow your truck. I only need it for a month. Oh, man. Derek coincidentally says, I hope that those people sue our government. Well, that could be fallout if the appeals are successful. I mean, what about these people they arrested? And they said it was wrong. The bank accounts were unreasonable search and seizure. It's like, and I have to say, I kind of felt like when this came out yesterday, I felt a little like, okay, this is a good thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to mix in support for the truckers. I'm agnostic for that. I really am. I was really busy at that time doing other things. I really wasn't entirely focused on the whole thing, to be completely honest with you. But all I can say is I have a daughter, and I saw what happened in the U.S. with their change in abortion law and making abortion illegal. And I thought, can you imagine if something like that happened in this country, in Canada, and Ottawa gets flooded with the abortion protesters and stuff? They should have that right too. That right should always be there, whether it be for COVID or abortion or Aboriginal rights or whatever. It's kind of one of the core foundations of our country. But looks like for once things are kind of the judge just said okay, you know what, the government was out of bounds here, and that can happen. So anyway, we'll see what happens after this. Dark Web, good morning. Good to see you. 16 Highway is quite foggy. So we said we would watch this. This is going to probably get worse as the commute begins. We're just going to flip back over to the roads. And 16 at Russell. That camera is getting foggier as the morning goes on. So again, we've got real warm temperatures headed to our area. Please be very careful when you're hitting the highway, especially close to the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border. This is Birtle, Rossburn, Russell region, Elkhorn, Verdon, Reston, Medora, Waskata, Melita. This is communities that hug the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border. We're seeing some rather thick fog develop, and that's going to be part of the playbook, I think, for most of the week. Angela Damaris, happy hump day. Derek says, what about the money they seized? I don't know. I didn't know there was any money seized. I know that they restricted their bank account, kind of froze them. That's what frozen. So I was under the impression that when you freeze a bank account, nothing goes in, nothing goes out. Now, I honestly don't know. If there was money seized, I would think it's got to be returned. I don't know why they would seize the money. Unless they were insinuating that it was proceeds from crime or something like that. I don't know. But I think that this judgment is huge. It's got ramifications all over the place. All over the place. And I think that from where I sit, I'm just happy that we live in a country where the courts, at least for the time being, are saying that you have that right to protest. Yes, it was long, it was awful, it was gross, it was loud, it was terrible, because that kind of describes what we were going through at the time, you know? And I feel bad for those people in Ottawa. I certainly wouldn't want it in my backyard, but you do live in the nation's capital. I'm sorry. That's kind of... Anyway. Derek says our government gave a convicted terrorist $10 million because... okay, well, I don't want to get too far gone into the whole political thing, but... Anyway, thank goodness for an honest judge, says Jody. Well, judges are supposed to be, judges are supposed to be just that. They're kind of the person that looks at the law and acts as that woman that we see in the statue that's blindfolded with the scales there to say, okay, based on the law as it is written in the books, here is the evidence. Here is the law, hold up one against the other, and that's called the rule of law and constitution. Now, our friends south of the border, to flip the script a little bit. Donald Trump had a win last night, and he beat Nikki Haley, and so what did Nikki Haley do? Well, she got on stage and started trash-talking him. This is like the greatest reality show I think I've ever seen. Oh, my gosh. It's like complete chaos. It's complete chaos. How much are they going to give the truckers who try? Well, there'll be lawsuits. There will be lawsuits. There's no question. And especially if this goes to the Supreme Court and the federal government was in violation, like I said, there'll be so many stories that come out of this. That's why this deserves a lot more attention than the Barbie movie got 8 Oscar nods last night. I mean, that's what the mainstream media are doing. They're just like, the Oscar nominations were out yesterday. And then, okay, that's great. Our Constitution was just violated. Maybe you would think that you kind of maybe delve into that a little bit more. But the Barbie movie's important. Gotcha. And now they're... And now, and a lot of Trump. They're talking like it's walled. And I get it, though. There's a lot of concern around the world that Trump is going to be back in power. Why do you think the Americans are voting for him? For that very reason. You have to admit that the world is like a whole bunch of kids right now running around without the babysitter in the room. Come on, be honest. And as crazy and wild as the stuff that comes out of that mouth, he is like the dad, the old crusty old dad coming back into the room saying, enough, this is enough now. And all the kids are like, we want to play, we want to act stupid, we want to be crazy and wild. Enough's enough. And it's like, oh boy. Trudeau yesterday, so he has, poor guy, I don't say that very often, but poor guy yesterday, he had to convene a special meeting as part of his retreat in Montreal with the U.S. ambassador, the U.S. trade commissioner, our industry and trade commissioner, basically the cabinet, to deal with Trump, and he's not even elected yet. But they're coming up with a game plan because they know that there is a tidal wave of Trumpness that is coming. It is coming. And if there's a person that Donald Trump doesn't like more than Justin Trudeau, I haven't seen it. He does not like Justin Trudeau. And most of Canada doesn't like Justin Trudeau. So we're kind of stuck, and most of Canada is kind of not comfortable with Donald Trump. So these are interesting times we live in. These are interesting times. Derek says Barbie, not a great movie. Derek also says we need Trump here. Oof, I don't know. I don't think Canada's ready for that. Ryan says he's killing it everywhere. Well, he did win yesterday, and he won big. But Nikki Haley, like I say, she is not going away. And I don't know if this is a political play or what's going on here, because Nevada is next, and she's not even on the ballot in Nevada because of the way they run their caucuses. She couldn't get enough to even play the game. So Nevada's done. Trump's got Nevada. So actually he's got 3 states. And now they go to South Carolina. And the irony is she was governor there. So you would think that somebody who was the governor of a state and likely did okay as the governor of that state would win the state. We'll have to wait and see in South Carolina. Or we'll have to wait and see if she pulls out, because, all politics, whether it be Canadian, American, politics at your local level, city level, province, state, you need money. It takes money. That's the thing that kind of makes politics so greasy. So you got to go to people and ask for money to back you, and then you owe them favors when you get in. And the thing is that Nikki Haley may not have anybody that's going to give her any money. And no money, no favors, no run. She'll have to suspend her campaign, as they call it. So we'll have to wait and see. Chad says, absolutely, Trump calms things down. I'll take him in Canada tomorrow. Oh, there'll be impact here. There'll be big impact here. There will be big impact here. And Quinton's right. Guaranteed income is the ace in the hole that we have mentioned on this show since season 2. That is Trudeau's ace card, is guaranteed income. And we'll have to see if that sees the light of day. But I don't know. Coming up later on in the show, the new American dream, it's called, and this could be the new Canadian dream too. And I share it with you because it's an interesting insight into today's young people who are struggling to get into homes, who are struggling for a down payment, who are struggling to make a decent living. So what is the new Canadian dream? What's the new American dream? The answer to that question will shock you. Just like our weather forecast. +6 by the end of the weekend. It's crazy. Just crazy warm. And that's going to be cause for concern on the roads. And we're going to take a beach break in just a second. First, I got to remind you that Skydancer Casino in Belcourt is open 7 days a week, 24 hours Thursday through Saturday, just 88 minutes from Brandon in Belcourt. Canadian at par. Oh, man, when you get a certain level of points on your Players Club card, you can redeem some of your your Canadian cash for American currency. Go to skydancercasino.com for more. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more details on that. It is the We Love Canada promotion, and it's at Skydancer Casino, where they're going to be hosting Night Ranger. The Night Ranger concert is February 24th, and they've got their upcoming poker tournament also in the month of February with a massive $150,000 prize pool made available. Skydancer Casino in Belcourt, North Dakota, where the sky's the limit. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. Please go get your oil change there. They support me. Please support them in the Certified Service Express, and then they support the community, because $1 from every oil change goes to Bear Clan, Helping Hands, and Samaritan House. Get a multi-point inspection. They'll show you your filters while you wait. Get a no-charge battery test and a $20 credit on your new AC Delco battery should you need one. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. You'll find them at 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. We're going to Lauderdale by the Sea today for our beach break. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more in just a second. The new Canadian dream. And these tumblers, they're taking over the world. The Stanley Cups, they are causing even more of a stir. And the guy who brought down an airplane by simply farting, this guy's my hero, I'll tell you. If you want to talk about life goals, This is Lauderdale by the Sea, a live shot of a family already going home. Already? The morning has just begun. The beach is all ours. Beach break. Back with more in just a bit. It's peanut butter day today, too. Happy peanut butter day. Smooth or crunchy. Look at this family's going already. Hey, is it something we said? It must have cooled down a little bit for you. 73 Fahrenheit. What is that? That would be 15 and 30. So it'd be 18 degrees. Come on. Maybe they're going to catch the breakfast special. There they go. See them walking. Oh, come on, guys. Don't go. Don't go. What are you doing? Don't leave us. Warm. Beach is all ours now. That's Lauderdale by the Sea, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A little bit of cloud, but it's nice and warm on a hump day Wednesday. Good morning and welcome to the show. I am so excited that Carrie Baraniuk found me. Carrie, you found me. I've been waiting for you, Carrie. I've been waiting for you. She says, hi, Tyler. I did not know about your show. Oh my gosh, we're still reaching people for the first time. How exciting. This is great. You always did the radio ads with me for the Westman Baby and Family Fair. Well, is it still going on? I think post-COVID, we're all just kind of getting our legs under us again, right? Trying to find out where everybody is. It's kind of like after COVID, we all played musical chairs, and people ended up all over the place. New jobs, some new marriages, new relationships, new houses, new cities, new lives. It's kind of crazy. But this is where I am, Carrie, and I'm so glad you found me. That made my day. I'm so excited. Ryan is having some technical problems. Yeah, just do a reboot there, Ryan. Do a reboot. I learned that working for a telecommunications company. You can do that. Just do the reboot, and sometimes that will help solve the problem. Although I wish that we could solve the problem of our 16 and 10 camera and our 10 South camera. I apologize for the black screens there. That we should be seeing roads, but we are seeing a lot of fog on 16 at Russell, and that is a good indicator that highways on the western part of our streaming area, of our home base here, this is the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border communities are seeing a lot of fog this morning. Visibility is a concern, so please drive with care and caution. If you are hitting the road, you're just spending a few seconds with us and then hitting the door, hitting the highway. That fog is spreading a bit. It is now at Erickson, so from Erickson, Menadosa is included in this now. We're seeing some visibility problems at Menadosa. So north of Brandon, basically, and west of Highway 10, right to the Saskatchewan border. So now this includes Rivers, Shoal Lake, Bertle, Elkhorn. We're seeing an increase in fog as the morning goes on. And it's because it's so warm. This forecast, we are looking at temperatures 20 degrees above normal for this time of year, coming in hot and heavy, literally from the south. The jet stream is just kind of let go, and this warm air from the southern U.S. is coming, pushing back in. It's Trump's hot air. He's talking. It's Trump's hot air. We'll make America great again. Oh, it's hot air. Look at this. It's Blessed Mom of Two, Marilyn S99. Oh, that's so nice to see you this morning. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. Who else? No, unfortunately, I passed the torch over and it only lasted. Oh, okay. Oh. All I Want for Christmas show and the All I Want for Summer, where all proceeds and donations go to Samaritan House Ministries. Okay, Carrie. Very cool. Well, it's so good to see you. I'm glad that we reconnected, and this is where I am now, in a place called the Beach Bunker, with my Sunseekers, with our Sunseeker family. We have a group that gets together every morning at 7 a.m., a few thousand people, and they're spread out all over. We got folks in the States. We have a couple of people that periodically will peek in from other parts of the world. And it's really a lot of fun. It's been going great. It's been awesome. Did you hear him talking about Elon Musk said Blessed Mom of Two? I did not. I was more interested actually in Nikki Haley and her blasting him. I thought, oh, that's going to get under his skin. It's just the most entertaining reality show. I mean, you got to give it to the guy. He is an entertainer. I mean, he's 80 years old, and I find myself still tuning in to hear what's going to come out of his mouth. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a supporter of his or that I have a red hat or a Trump shirt. Can I just watch him? And then people are like, well, I don't even know why you give him the time of day. Oh, for God's sake. You know what? Just get off your high horse. Get off your high horse. People are allowed to do and say and watch and consume what they want to watch. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are supporting or grabbing the torch for anything. Relax. Relax, Alex. Relax. 55 days, 15 hours, and 22 minutes to spring. Man, that countdown's awesome, isn't it? All right. I'm watching every morning going forward. Thanks, Carrie. You know what? We're on Twitch, which is an Amazon platform. And not that really matters in the big scheme of things, but they're kind of what YouTube is to regular video, Twitch is to streaming video, mainly for video gamers. But you do have a lot of former radio people, former television broadcasters, really big in the sports genre, really big. ESPN is big on Twitch. You'll find some sports radio stations on Twitch. And so this is where my home is now. And we're on all the platforms to start the show. The first hour, that's why you found me on Facebook, is because the first hour kind of goes everywhere. YouTube, X, Facebook, all over. And then the second hour is on Twitch. So I apologize for those who have been with us for a while. You guys know the drill on this already. But it's so nice to see somebody new discover the show. It's great to see you. Karen Cooey, good morning. You get Tyler longer if you're on Twitch. Thank you for putting that in fewer words. Verbal economy, as they say. Thanks, Blessed Mom of Two. Molly is here. All right. Oh, boy, the morning is slip-sliding away. I apologize. I hope I'm not getting preachy. And I am not doomsdayer, down in the dumps, anything like that. I find this incredibly entertaining. I hope you do, too. Oh, I think I found some Nikki Haley stuff. She totally went crazy on him last night. Oh, boy. She said that he was he was mentally incompetent and that he needed to get some kind of competency test done.
The question is, who's going to fix it?
Here's a little bit of Nikki. So when she takes the stage, we're thinking she's going to say, that's it, I'm done.
Republicans have lost almost every competitive election. We lost the Senate. We lost the House in defeat.
I'll see one.
You can't fix the mess if you don't win an election.
She's making the point that she can beat Joe Biden.
Nomination is a Biden win and a Kamala Harris presidency.
Oh, now she's using the fear tool, right? She's said, do you want Kamala Harris to be president if he dies?
Biden handily. With Donald Trump, you have one bout of chaos after another. This court case, that controversy, this tweet, that senior moment. You can't fix Joe Biden's chaos with Republican chaos.
Do you want, and she uses the term a few more times in her speech, do you want more senior moments? Oh, boy.
The other day, Donald Trump accused me of not providing security at the Capitol on January 6th. Now, I've long called for mental competency tests for politicians over the age of 75.
So the gloves are kind of off. She's going to get down in the gutter with him.
Trump claims he'd do better than me in one of those tests. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But if he thinks that, then he should have no problem standing on a debate stage with me.
Yeah, and she kind of pulls that out of her hat. And, it's kind of a smart move because he hasn't debated yet. He hasn't been on a stage with anyone yet. And that, too, is going to be amazing because eventually Trump is going to win. And he's going to have to be on stage with Joe Biden, and it's going to be, hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I don't like you. You're a bad guy. No, you're a bad guy. No, I don't like you. You're a bad guy. Seniors fighting it out, boxing each other. You come here. No, you come. Where's the stairs? I don't know. Can you help me? That'd be funny. Is that, at the end of the debate, after all the ruckus and all the fighting, can you hold my hand? I feel like I'm going to fall. I'll hold your hand. Breaking news. Donald Trump and Joe Biden hold each other's hand because they're old and senile and cannot find the stage steps. And then that picture goes around the world. And that's when we all say, look it, give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. They're holding hands. No, they're just helping each other up the stairs. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Oh, man. Spring is here, says Takir's Halliday. Need some volunteers for our winter festival, and he's put the link there in chat if you want to volunteer for the winter festival. It's going to be a shit show, Molly says. Yeah, and entertaining. And we have a Canadian shit show, too. 2 shit shows at one time. 2 shit shows for the price of one. It's a shit show. It's a shit show. Yabba dabba do time. Come on. Politics is a shit show. It is a shit show. Yay, yay, yay. That country scares me, says Sarah, letting a criminal run for president. Well, there are criminals doing some pretty amazing things in our country too, Sarah. So don't, you can rest your head on that pillow just fine. And our leader just violated our Constitution, which is not good. That you don't do that. You don't, no. I don't care what kind. We make fun of other countries that do that there are leaders like that North Korean guy that gets up and talks on TV every day to his citizens. I mean, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. I don't care how big your ego is. I don't care how big the silver spoon was that's jammed in your mouth. You don't violate the Constitution. And if you want to violate the Constitution, find another country to run. Go off into some jungle somewhere and find another country that you want to run. Don't run ours, because the Constitution is the rules of the game. You can't pick up the hockey puck midway through the third period and go running around the ice with it. No, I want the puck. The puck is mine. Tweet. What are you doing? You can't pick up the puck. Put it down. No, because I always did this. My dad let me pick up the puck. Okay. There are rules to this game. There are rules to every game. Don't break the rules. Next. The McRib is back. Oh, yeah. Sorry, PJ. Sorry. Okay, and you know what? In my defense, PJ, okay, there's a lot going on. We had two big stories fall down at one time. So, and the Trump thing is not going anywhere. That's not politics. That guy is the lead singer of the TV show You're Fired. What was that called? The Apprentice. So he's an entertainer. So technically, and if you don't think, PJ, that Donald Trump fits in the column of mayhem, then I don't know. Or the riots in Ottawa, that's not mayhem? Come on. We're not debating politics in its purest sense. We're not talking about politics in its like EI updates and the Senate reform and all that BS. That's stupid, boring stuff. There's people are talking in the coffee shop about this stuff. So, and one of the things that they're talking about is the McRib. This came back in the States in November. And now it is back here, the McRib at McDonald's. It has always been curious to me, the McRib, because there's no bone in it, which makes sense from the standpoint that you don't want to be biting into it and lose a tooth. But is it really the ribs? Is it kind of just a pork sandwich? How do you feel about the McRib? Are you super crazy for the McRib? There's lots of people that are super crazy for the McRib. This woman in Toronto is going to try the McRib here.
We're back in the car and we've successfully got in the McRib. I already have some feelings about this. I'm not gonna lie, the smell is really throwing me off. This is what we're looking at. It's looking a mess. We've got some onion. I've got 3 pickles. So this thing is allegedly made of ground boneless pork shoulder. We're gonna try it.
Pork shoulder. Oh, that's good from the smoker. Huh.
Okay. We're gonna give it one more shot. I think this time I'm gonna go in the middle. The sauce. It's just so much sauce. It's everywhere. And it's making me feel sticky. I'm not loving it. I'm gonna have to shut this. I think that was enough for me. Just based on the meat alone, I'm so scared about how my stomach's gonna feel after this. All the sauce is making the bun soggy.
Did you hear that?
I don't know. I don't like soggy bread. Size is the only thing I would say is redeeming to it.
Size.
About the size of my head.
Size matters?
In terms of the price, it was $11.49 for a combo and $7.22 for just the sandwich. I'd say that's pretty expensive for straight barbecue sauce, personally. I would just stick with the fries and the drink. Overall, I'm gonna give it a solid 2. Shout out to my manager for making me try this thing. You will be hearing from HR.
Okay, so there you go. That is just one person's thoughts on the McRib, and I play that because I'm hoping to get some conversation on whether or not you like the McRib. I am not a fan. However, if someone bought me one, I would eat it. It's not like I am McRib adverse. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm a classic guy. I like the Big Mac. In fact, probably the double Big Mac if I'm going to McDonald's. Because the Big Mac's too small. I've complained about that all the time. Sean says it's terrible, but strangely addictive. He says, I'm getting one for lunch if it's in Brandon. And yes, it is, Sean. Because while it came back in November in the States, it's back in Canada now. And I believe, Brandon, this week sometime, or at least by the weekend, they'll have it back on the menu. So there you go. The McRib. And every one kind of looks the same. So it's like if you had a real rib sandwich, it'd be very difficult to make. Where's Porky Jr.? We need him to kind of weigh in on all things pork. Anyway, McRib. There you go. Not much comments on the McRib. Now, everybody's going to the gym. Sean is the only one that's going to give us comments on that. Speaking of the gym, you may go to the gym and find that, you're feeling better by going to the gym, but you're not seeing the results that you had hoped for. And as the saying goes, you just got to keep up with it, I guess. I'm not one of those gym folks. But, Hollywood celebrities really have the ability to... They have the ability to use the gym at will. That's part of that's part of what makes them stars, right? Is that is that they have to kind of live at the gym. Did you see Selena Gomez's post from yesterday on Instagram regarding how she's feeling about life and her body? And I thought the reason I'm sharing it with you is because I thought it was pretty amazing that here it is. Forgive me. Bathing suit shots coming up. Bathing suit shots. And she says, today I realized I will never look like this again. I'm not perfect, but I am proud to be who I am. Sometimes I forget it's okay to be me. Can we have the winner's bell for Selena Gomez? And I'm sorry, and my comment is this. Selena, here's the thing. On the left is a girl. On the right is a woman, sweetheart. And I think this is so awesome for body positivity. You got to love who you are. And I can't help but sense that there's a little bit of sadness. There's always a little bit of sadness when we look at those pictures, and we all have them. We all have them. It is a human It is a human condition. We have to go through this journey that is similar for all of us. There are a few chosen people who get to look like they're movie stars through their entire life, just like there's a few chosen people who get to live off of $1 million the rest of their life, whether they be somebody who's inherited the money or won a lottery or just got lucky. But the reality is, for most of us as human beings, we go through this and, we'll look back and we'll look at pictures and we're not exactly fantastic in our own eyes. But that's okay. And I love this. This is great for body positivity. I'm not perfect, but I'm proud to be who I am. It's okay to be me. So true, Blessed Mama says. Well, and this is Selena Gomez. I'm just thinking it's great to have stars like this that are putting out this message because it's good for our young people. It's good, especially our young girls. Our young guys too, but our young girls, because body positivity in general is important. All right, so this person was arrested for having some Stanley Cups, $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups. And again, we're not talking about the hockey Stanley Cups. This is pretty crazy. I look at the trunk of her car. Oh, it's a haul. So you knew somebody was going to go and put this on the black market? Someone has been arrested for allegedly stealing $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups. 23-year-old woman was arrested by police after she allegedly stole 65 Stanley Cups worth $2,500 from a California retail store. I like how the police have put this shot together. Very nice. Very nice. Imagine driving by that scene. You're on your way to work. And you see this on the hood of a cop car. It's pretty funny. They did a good job. Sacramento, California is where all these mugs got taken from. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Still with the Stanley mugs, someone got one for a birthday present, and young girl, and her reaction has gone viral. We'll get to that in just a second. First, good morning to our friends at Sunrise Credit Union, where they have got a new and improved website and a new app that they've just launched too, and they are looking for you to vote and help them choose their next round of board of directors. The Sunrise Credit Union Board of Directors election is now open till Monday, January 29th. To vote, visit sunrisecu.mb.ca and simply follow the instructions there if you want to take part. And again, check out the new website. Check out the new app. It is the cooperative way of doing banking at Sunrise Credit Union with 19 locations across southern Manitoba. sunrisecu.mb.ca. Leon's Furniture Superstore, where there is no tax. Oh, wouldn't it be great if you could go shopping and not have to worry about paying tax? The price tag that you see on the stuff is the price that you're going to pay. When does that happen? Never. Unless you go to Leon's for the Save the Tax event on select furniture, mattresses, and appliance packages. Whether you're looking for a bed, maybe a new couch, love seat, something for the dining room, Check it out at leons.ca or 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon's West End. Leon's Furniture Superstore. And our friends at Auto Fashion. Get your vehicle cleaned up and ready for springtime that looks like it might be arriving a little earlier than usual. Auto Fashion is at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet. Fine Auto Finishing and MPI accredited for paintless dent repair, guaranteeing your body is restored to perfection. Your go-to specialist for vehicle protection at Auto Fashion. You and your vehicle will exude pride and joy in a vehicle that feels and looks like new. Auto Fashion, 255 17th Street North, behind Lee's Buffet. Oh, I see something about Erickson. Tasha's got something about Erickson. When my teacher started school, she started in Sandy Lake and only went from... Oh, so you met somebody from Erickson. Uh-oh, I hope it's not somebody I know, Tasha. I owe a lot of people money in Erickson. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yep, my old stomping grounds. The old stomping grounds of Erickson. Your teacher's from Erickson. Oh, that's very cool. Boy, so... I hate to ask for the name because it's, a lot of people tune into the show, watch the show. I guess it's not really a secret. The teacher's from Sandy Lake. Well, my wife is from Sandy Lake. My wife is from Sandy Lake, and I'm from Erickson. The two communities are very close together, so that's really cool. Small world. It's a small world after all. What is she teaching? Like what class is it? What's the class that you're taking that she's teaching? The new Canadian dream, the new American dream. This is pretty remarkable stuff. So I guess for young people today, the new Canadian dream, the new American dream, is to leave the country. As things get more and more expensive, as the economy seems to work for fewer and fewer people, someone's in law class. My class is law. Wow. She went to Sandy Lake. Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago. Taking law. That's fantastic. So the new Canadian dream, the new American dream, a new survey has come out, and it has said that today's young people are quickly pivoting. We can't see this very well here. They're quickly pivoting, and they are pivoting from what we used to know as get married, buy a house, get a car, raise some kids. And today's young people are like, get my diploma and get the hell out of here. Like, as in not like leave town, as in leave the country. This new survey of young people between the ages of 18 and 34 say the new American dream, the new Canadian dream, is to live in a place where the dollar is worth more and your standard of living is better than it is here. And let's face it, I mean, I saw a news report the other day about buying fresh vegetables and how to make sure that you get the best deal when you're, because of the high cost of food prices, right? I'm thinking to myself, they're not having this conversation in Mexico at the local fruit stand. Jose and his wife Juanita, like they're just not. 1 in 4 say they want to access better programs like universal health care, which is kind of falling apart in our country. This is an American. This story that I'm showing you here is American because I want to know where they're going. So they say, okay, that's it. I'm leaving. But the question is, going where? We always saw on social media that when an election happened south of the border, the next day you'd hear, that's it. I'm packing up and I'm leaving. I'm going to Canada. Well, those tweets and posts have stopped. Canada wasn't even in the top 10 anymore. Any guesses as to where Americans, young Americans, are moving to? Young families. The top 10 places. Any guess? number one, Mexico. He wants to build a wall, and they're actually going the other way. Maybe the ones building the wall should be Mexico, because the Americans are wanting to go there. You know, low cost of living, excellent health care. They have got the perfect mix of health insurance and a public system. Yeah, sometimes I think the Mexicans don't get enough credit. They seem to have a lot of stuff figured out. Now, they've got this huge cartel issue. But more and more young people are saying, you know what, that's it. We're out of here. Give me the diploma and off to Mexico to have the good life. And, you know, this report just came out this week, and I'm thinking, is there ever going to be? I just pictured North America as this big glass, as an hourglass, and everyone kind of just piling in south of the border into Mexico. Blessed Mama says, oh yeah, I think 1 month of taxes. The average apartment rent for a 2-bedroom in Mexico is $600 a month. You think that they're going to move? Your average grocery bill per month is $300 a month. And because of the internet, people are doing the research. You know people who are vacationing there, and that's Mexico is obviously a super popular place for people to go on vacation. Some people are making it permanent, saying, this is enough for me. How much is the health care? Oh, $94 US per month for your health insurance for permanent residents? $100 a month? But see, in Canada, we can't even be toying about that. We can't even be playing about that. This is the sacrificial lamb. The sacred lamb, I should say. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Spain was number 2 on the list of countries that they're going to. Mexico, then Spain, and Canada used to be in the top 10, but it's far, far too expensive. Okay, still to come on the show, more Stanley Cups coming up next hour. Also, the food company that's going to send you into space. We have our first trip sweepstakes. And they're not going to send you to Mexico if you buy their stuff. They're going to send you to space. You knew this was only a matter of time, right? Because of all the space travel going on. First, the sun is out in Florida. It's time for a beach break, and we'll be back with more on the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life in just a bit. Okay. Oh, we got some big waves. Got some people on the beach. Let's take a look at our road situation, and it is still rather foggy, especially around the Saskatchewan border. Oh, we're going to just update it. Hang on. Check that. We just got an update. Things are starting to break up a little bit as far as fog goes, so not bad now. Getting better. We had some rather thick fog along the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border, and that has lifted. Now, hopefully it's not too frosty or slippery, because it is warm. -4 feels like -5. Is that 5 or 9? It's 5. Oh, Uncle Bo is here. Happy birthday, Uncle Bo. Uncle Bo, happy birthday. Uncle Bo is officially 21. He's legal. He's legal. You can do anything you want, Uncle Bo. 21. And I'll tell you, 21 doesn't come around very often. Just once in your life, you're 21 years old. So go and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your 21thness and do what you want. It just, all rules are out the window. You don't have to adhere to anybody anymore. You can drink and smoke and be bad and dance naked if you want on Highway 25. Uh-oh. Oh, sneeze. Sneeze snuck up on me. I protected you from that. Oh, my gosh. Yes, we have to say thank you, Road Reverend. We do have to say goodbye to the other platforms watching the show. We're just going to show you the temperatures, and then we are going to show you wind chill, and then we have to say farewell. And want to say thank you again to our friends on TikTok and Facebook for being here for part of the show today. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We do this every weekday morning from 7 till 9 Central Time. So no matter where you are streaming the show, 7 till 9 Central is where you'll find us live. And then it's always available on demand at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. So thank you so much, Patrick and Chevy Man Ron and, wow, Daniel Rowe. And lots of political comments on TikTok this morning that I've missed. Holy cow. Yeah, it's a hot topic. It is, there's a lot of political unrest going on right now. But we'll always keep it light and fun. We'll talk about it, but we're not going to dive too deeply into it. Patrick and Nay. Hey, good morning, Nay. Thanks for being here. And again, we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central for more food, fun places, and mayhem of life by TikTokers. We're moving the party over to Twitch. Come get a user handle and join us over at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. And there's a podcast too at tylerglennshow.com. And then we shut the Facebook down and move the party over to Twitch. It was great reconnecting with you again today. Thank you so much. And again, abbreviated version of the show in podcast form is available at tylerglennshow.com, available at 12 noon Central, wherever you get your podcasts. See you later, YouTube.